Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all having a pleasant day. A pleasant day. Okay, let's get back to paint. Let's do some touch ups before we get too far. Hey there, Sharky. How's things? Let's just bring this all the way across. Not too bad. Still breathing. I guess that's a good thing as far as most people, or well, as far as some people would be concerned. Fix this. Fuck that up last night. Alright. That. Hmm. Be a big section of brown. I mean, unless. Hold on. That's fine. It should be cooling off for you soon enough, though. There's that one. One is. Coffee. Yeah, but your coldest month is like the beginning or very end of my winter. Your coldest month isn't all that cold. I think I'm gonna make myself some movement dice for BattleTech. At some point. Like, not right now, obviously. I'm kind of in the middle of doing something else. But, like, eventually, I think that's going to be one of my next projects. That dry. Hmm. Yeah, it's your coldest months are effectively our spring and fall. Temporary. To split you like 2 and 3 from 5. Those, those are gun barrels. Going down to the foot to finish that off. There, yeah, so just a little bit of dark brown, and I can start to move on. Wunderbar. Wunderbar. Get yourself a prophecy, since I have not. For a keeper, you let me burn. Domain of humanity, the godhood that I want, holding on to majesty, the hunter's travesty, the gallant's sheer town. Simple to the bone, unholy. You claimed yourself a throne like me. Real power of your own making. God hunters gonna hunt you down. You're something more than flesh and blood. You've taken on the rest. Find you in a dream, tormented. God hunters gonna hunt you down. Okay. Conqueror of time, later I reckon you see this reckoning. Look upon my crimes. Oh, I wish for a century with hatred and with scorn. And the gods before. And time comes for you. Okay. Was you in a dream, tormented? God hunter's gonna hunt you down. Yeah, it's fine. There can be a big splorch of the dark brown. I'll figure something out. I'll figure something out with that. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what I should do there, but I'll figure something out. I didn't even mean to do that on both of those. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. Because that'll be enough of a big old splorch on the arm, because that kind of wraps all the way around. Yeah. And we'll bring the this brown in. I don't really have any else. I don't also really need to add. Now just touch up time. Okay. You can set off to the side for now. Get started on you. I need to do first, actually. Okay. Ah. And I can actually shake this a little bit better. It's a bit of a mix. Yeah. Sorry, my cat was staring at me. that. There we go. Boop. Come on. I really need to get better fucking priming. I'm always paranoid that I'm gonna like put too much on, so there are times where I don't put enough on. Do as I command. Oh no. No. Nice big blob there. Um, that's one. Up the leg. Onto the back of the leg. And back onto the back of the leg. Fucking bot. Eat shit, bot. I'll end up getting covered. If I scrape it off, I'll end up scraping the primer off, which will be more pain in my ass, so I don't really care. Need more. So Yeah, it should be enough white bloops on, or not white, off-white bloops on you. On to you next. This is where we start doing the batch painting. Line down it anyway, just simply because that way I can have the boundaries of this properly situated. And that way, it looks right. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. It happens. They also strike when you're not just straight up not around. They've been getting a lot worse lately. Line. Yeah, no, I have to fix that. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. This is why they should just put release their minis on fucking sprues and let us put them together. There we go. That's a lot better. Though, ah, there we go. These are the weirdest fucking feet ever. I mean, they're stable. They would be stable as fuck. They just look weird. Decide I'll rip and I'll tear. And it's more than I can bear. When you're not there, it tears me apart. I swear I'll rip and tear my way to your heart. And it's true that legions of doom couldn't keep me from you, world's end. I'll start. I swear I'll rip and tear my way to your heart. I would go through hell for you. I would go through hell for you. I'll rip and I'll tear. It's more than I can bear. When you're not there, it tears me apart. I swear I'll rip and tear my way to your heart. It's true that legions of doom wouldn't keep me from you, world's end. I'll start. I swear. Oh, I'll rip and tear my way to your heart. I think on this one, just the gun pod is what's going to be colored. No. The whole thing from the shoulder bit onward, I think. It'll be fine. It will be fine, I say. Fucking Trump's upset by everything. He's upset that Canada isn't rolling over and taking his bullshit. Fuck, he's Trump is upset about the Canadian political system, which he has no fucking clue how it works. Fuck, I don't even think he knows how his own political structure actually works, let alone that of any other foreign nation. Because he's a fucking idiot. Because he thinks that he can fucking bully another sovereign nation into doing what he wants or joining him. Little does he know or realize we Canadians are a big reason for the Geneva checklist. I mean, Geneva Conventions. Because in Canada, it's not a war crime the first time. I kid, I kid. War crimes are fucking very serious business. Yeah, it would. I don't know. It depends on how many natural resources the states gets from Australia, or if there's enough oil. Because honestly, that's one of the I think one of the main reasons why he's doing it is because fucking he he wants the resources that Canada has. Oh, 100%. Fuck. In both World War One and World War Two, the Germans were more afraid of the Canadians than basically any other fighting force. Because we weren't afraid to burn down a fucking village if we even remotely thought that they killed one of our troops. Fun fact, that happened in World War One. Wait, was it one or two? One of the two world wars. Basically, a Canadian regiment their commanding officer was shot by a sniper after taking a village, and the regiment thought that fucking it was the villagers that did it. So they basically drove everybody out of the village and burnt it to the fucking ground. Because during peacetime, we are generally fairly polite. However, when you fuck around, you will find out. But Trump also knows that a military invasion of Canada would be one of the biggest mistakes he could ever make, which is why he's trying the way he is to get us to agree to let the states annex us, which will never fucking happen. Because to be 100% honest, if they were to try and use military force, it would be worse for them than the fucking Vietnam War was. Because yeah, most of our population is down towards the border between Canada and the U.S. But we have a lot of bushland. There are lots of places to fucking hide in our country, in the relatively temperate regions. There's no way in hell that they would be able to cover the full fucking entirety of the Canadian Shield to find even people in Ontario. Like, to find like insurgents and shit like that in Ontario. Feeling those are supposed to be jumpity jets. Yep. Oh yeah. That's the thing too. Like, were it to happen, it wouldn't just be Canada. It would be Canada, Australia. I think New Zealand's a Commonwealth country. Great Britain. So like, oh, Great Britain, fucking Scotland, Northern Ireland. Um, hold on. There are 56 different countries who were a part of the Commonwealth. Yeah. Like, yes, there are a lot of small Commonwealth countries, but still, there are a lot of Commonwealth countries. And I'm pretty sure a good chunk of them would fucking step up and go, "Oh, Canada needs help? Sure." Well, I mean, that's also speaking of Mexico, because I do believe Mexico is a part of NATO. And if the US even, like, if the US attempted that bullshit, Article 5 would kick in. And in addition to all the Commonwealth countries jumping in, NATO would be legally obligated to jump in on our side as well. And as much as a lot of American citizens would like to boast that they'd be able to take out, that the U.S. would be able to take out the entirety of NATO on their own, yeah, no. Because, yeah, like, it would, if the U.S. tried something that stupid, it would guaranteed turn into World War III. Guaranteed, that's what would happen. It would be the U.S., Russia, and North Korea against the rest of the world. Oh, and I'm just gonna say it now, since you're my basically only active mod. If you see anybody mentioning Canada becoming the 51st state in chat, that's going to be an immediate ban going forward. Like, even if it's phrased as just a joke. Because we don't joke about that shit around here. I just need to remember to put that into the chat rules. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I'd mentioned it before. I'm pretty sure it hasn't made its way into the chat rules. At least though, with the regulars that I do have, nobody would be that fucking dense as to even remotely make a joke about that. So I'm pretty lucky with the community that I have. Good day, Liz Fraga. How are you doing? I hope things have been going well. That's good to hear. Um, Excuse me. I have some stuff going on that I need to take a look at, so give me one moment. Nice. That's not so bad. Okay. I need to see what's going on here because I should not be losing connection on my touch portal. Wi-Fi and internet are still up. I'm okay. No, I've had that happen. I had that happen with a bloodthirster that I got from like a local game store when I was like way back in the day. Come on, load properly. What was wrong, touch portal? Okay, give me one moment. I need to deal with this. Wrong. God damn it, I just fucking dealt with this. What the hell, Touch Portal? Come on. Like, literally, just dealt with this. A fucking robot. Hey, not updating right yet. Fucking wait. Okay. Thing. Restart. Uh, but yeah, I had that happen with a bloodthirster that I bought years and years and okay, there we go. Years and years and years ago. I basically had, I think it was like two bodies, two sets of wings, the two heads, but no legs. So fucking I ended up getting a hold. At first, I went to the store that I bought it from because it was just after the Forge World, like some of the Forge World stuff was started to be sold in like game shops. The game store owner told me to get a hold of Forge World because it was through Forge World, not GW. And fucking, I got a hold of them, and they're like, "Oh, you're missing this? Here, we'll just send you a new box. Have fun." Fucking had something similar with them happen when I got some chain axes for a birthday gift like years ago. Fucking one of the heads was broken off the handle. So I sent them a picture of it and they're like, "Yeah, we'll just send you a new blister pack. Here you go." Yeah, like that's that the so Forge World does have great customer service. Games Workshop, which is technically a separate entity, regularly drops, well, at least while I was still doing business with them, regularly dropped the ball on that. At least in my opinion. Fuck. I bought the again, this is back when I was still buying GW stuff. Um the box that had the Helldrake and the, I can't remember what the fucking the Space Marine plane was. But you remember that box set? I bought one of those, and the canopy for the Space Marine plane was borked. And when I called them up, I'm like, yeah, this part of the box that I bought from your product is fucked. The dude on the other end of the phone sounded like he was like annoyed having to deal with me in the first place. I mean, I get it. I've worked in fucking inbound call centers before. It's not a fun job, but you don't talk to the person calling you like you just didn't want to talk to them in the first place. So, I mean, technically they were still one company before. It was just like, you know, GW just dealt with the, regular shit, and then Forge World was all of the specialist stuff and extra fancy stuff, which they technically probably don't have anymore because they were like, oh, if we don't have a model for it in the GW line, you can't use it in 40K anymore. Hurdy, hurdy, her. Because we don't want you kit bashing stuff and 3D printing stuff. Murmur. Fucking douchebags. We can't make as much money because people aren't buying the models that we want. They're just making their own. I don't know. I just say fuck the whole company. Fuck. For the amount over time that I had spent on GW stuff in general, I probably could have bought enough like BattleTech minis to have fucking every army, like to have every faction fully built in. Like a full like 3 or 4 regiments for every faction in the game. I could have probably had with the amount of money that I spent on GW over the years. Like considering for the price, well, for less than the price of one unit box, like one squad box of essentially pretty much any faction in 40K, you can buy a, a BattleTech force that you could set on the table that day and play and have enough points to play a game. And I'm not talking like, a skirmish game version of BattleTech. You can sit down and play a full game of BattleTech by buying literally one box of fucking minis. Yeah, like that's one of the things with BattleTech is like the barrier to entry is far lower than any other of the bespoke miniature war games. And by bespoke, I mean like the non-miniature agnostic game. Because there are some games that are miniatures agnostic that are far cheaper than, what you would need to play BattleTech. Because, it's. Come on, Touch Portal. Stop being a fucking douchebag. Just fucking work properly. Jeebus. I don't need you fucking doing this. Hell, technically, if I wanted to, with the stuff that I'm painting up right now, if I would have just kept it segregated as per what came in each box, I would have had essentially a playable force for three different factions. Like I with one gift miss present, I basically have enough minis that I would never probably use all of them in one fight. Mainly because fucking Plantech units are super pricey as far as like points wise. Like if we're gonna talk like equivalents, inner sphere forces would be closer to like Imperial Guard, um Tyranid, like closer to like Horde Army, where you can field a lot of units. Whereas the clans are closer to something like a Space Marine or Chaos Space Marine, where you're looking at lower numbers of minis on the board, but each of your minis is kind of more powerful than the inner sphere equivalent. I think Comstar fits into that niche as well of like the elite type army. The only thing that sucks is there needs to be more people who fucking play BattleTech around. I also need to get over this social anxiety bullshit so that I can go and play with the people who do play BattleTech regularly in my area. Like in general, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that one. I don't think there should be more people in general because for the most part people suck. Hell, some days I'm like fully in the camp of there should be less people. Like honestly, if GW hadn't have pissed me off as much as they did, I would be right now looking at getting a fucking Battlefleet Gothic group. Well, I would have put together, or at least attempted to put together, a Battlefleet Gothic group in my local area. Because, like, I have enough ships that I could field a couple of different fleets. But no, they had to fucking purge their fan creators because they wanted to make more money off of fucking their failure of a streaming site. Is Warhammer Plus still a thing anymore, or did that go under like I kind of expected it to? Because last I heard, there was like little to no actual content on that site. Are they actually putting regular content on it, or is it still basically the same sporadic bullshit that it was the last time I'd heard about it? I mean, I guess like didn't they turn it into essentially you get it bundled with the fucking the app or some shit like that? Like if you pay the subscription fee for the app, you get access to Warhammer Plus or vice versa or some stupid shit like that. I mean, and there technically was always content. It was just like nowhere near to the level that they said it was going to be. And from what I heard, it was kind of subpar, but I've never actually partook in Warhammer Plus, so that's not surprising. So yeah, it's basically the same as it was. Yeah, so it's basically the same as it was before. The same fucking what I would consider a disappointment compared to what they had hyped it up. Like I remember when they were originally advertising it, it was supposed to be like, oh yeah, there's going to be new content like daily and going to be animations and painting videos and interviews and shit that you could find for the most part on fucking YouTube. I'm sorry, if I'm gonna go and watch some painting tutorials. Oh, nice. Yeah, isn't that like I saw in one of the local shops today, like in one of the local game stores today, as I was passing by, that they have a new deathcore box out. I'm assuming that's the new hotness for this edition. Fuck's sakes, Touch Portal, what the fuck is your issue? Or is this tablet just fucked? I hope it's not the tablet, 'cause I really can't afford to buy a new tablet. That does not surprise me in the least. Didn't they do the same thing with the fucking Necrons and the Gene Stealer cults? Oh, hey, these are going to be our poster child for this edition. Oh, wait, they're too strong. Um, Nerf bat. Okay, you're good enough. Nice. I haven't been smoking since I started vaping. I know what you mean. I'm just being an ass. You're going to be a big blob. I heard they were coming out with some new Emperor's Children. That's pretty cool. I probably would be looking at getting them were I still playing 40K. Even though while I was still playing 40K, I was mainly playing World Eaters or some derivative. Oh, That's kind of lame. So you confirm that you want a mini, you give them your address and stuff like that so they can send it because you're going to have to when you sign up and whatnot. And you still have to be like, oh, hey, yeah, I want this mini when they announce what the mini is. That's dumb. Like, turbo dumb. It makes me very glad that I didn't jump on that fucking bandwagon. Well, it should be. Like, if you sign up for a year, which I think is what you need in order to get the incentive, it should just automatically get sent out if your subscription is still active. Like 100%. It shouldn't be a thing that you have to go in and say, oh, yeah, I still want this. I mean, maybe put a time limit on it where they send you like an email or something saying, hey, you know, actually, no, I wouldn't even say put a time limit on it since it is an extra incentive for you subscribing to their shit for a year. So I was thinking about it in the same vein as like Humble Bundle, but like Humble Bundle, the whole point is you're getting it for the game, so it makes sense that if you miss a month, that like if there's not enough keys available, that you're kind of SOL. Pardon me. SOL for getting whatever game it was. Yeah, random sound doesn't work. Sorry, I haven't fixed it. I don't know what's wrong with it. The specific sounds work. So it's something on Sound Alert's end. I should get around to just removing that as an option since it just doesn't fucking work. Though, I could probably, if I can find some of the sounds that I used for that, I could probably come up with something using my bot. Yeah, like I said, the specific sounds work. It's just the random sound for whatever reason doesn't work anymore. It hasn't worked for fucking a long ass time. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. I don't want that one. That's the one I was using before. This is the one I want. This is the one. Hey, Miss Press. Okay. Oh, nice. Mm. I am currently painting up some BattleTech minis using a pseudo desert camo paint scheme. So this is the basic of how they're gonna look. This one was kind of done as a I need to make sure I can do what I want to do. So currently I'm layering on blobs of paint. Well, I mean, you also haven't been around all that often recently, so it makes sense. Ooh. So here's a question. If you were to do a camo scheme in the style that I'm doing right now, like the old school fucking blobby, I don't know the technical name for it, like the technical name for the pattern camo for Mars, what colors would you use? For like, yeah, like a camo pattern. that would be used on Mars. More camo coloration that would be used on Mars, not necessarily the pattern. See, I would actually probably go a slightly different route than that. I would probably lean into more of a reddy brown. Like I would probably make sure that there was a like red mixed with like say a or rather something like say a naphthol crimson mixed like 50-50 with a sepia for the darkest color. Because like you have to think rust isn't actually I don't even know if I would go all the way to red. It's like if you think about it, the reason that Mars is the way it is essentially because of iron oxides, as far as I remember. Really? Hold on. I need to make sure I'm right about this. Ions. Right. Okay, so yeah. Um it's due to basically rust. So I would honestly have my darkest color an orange. Like a very maybe 2-to-1 brown to orange mix and have like a brighter orange as the lightest color. Like I would probably personally I think I would do it in shades of orange because that would be a little bit closer. Because like if you look at rust, which is why Mars is like red, technically it would be more of an orange than a red, honestly. I think oranges would probably be a slightly better way to go. I'm actually glad I remembered that properly because yeah, like it's red due to the fact of rust and shit like that. So it's technically not the red planet; it's more of the orange planet. I think that's what I might do for the next star of mechs that I make is do them all in like an orangish camo. I think that would look pretty fucking cool, honestly. Okay. Yeah. Make sure we're actually on camera here. Down. Two. This way. Alrighty. Here. At another juncture, too concerned. That one. You do. Yeah, that's good on that one. Now for the ugliest Mac. Which, yes, is indeed the Howler. This thing is ugly as fuck. I don't like it. It's a hunchback if bought from Wish. The hunchback that you have at home. And over this way and just kind of connect. Sweet. That is awesome, my dude. Yeah, I still hold a grudge for how dirty they did the fucking fan animators. Like, guys, if you're gonna send us already put together fucking miniatures, at the very least, make sure you fucking trim your sprues and shit like that. Well, yeah, that's entirely fair. Though that being said, I think playing with printed miniatures would at a GW store would stick it to them even more. Unless they're like going over everybody's miniatures at the store to see to like look for layer lines. Which I mean, even GW minis sometimes have faint layer lines because they use 3D printing for their fucking mastering process. At least they used to. I'm pretty sure they probably still do. Oh yeah, I kind of figured that they still did. Because I mean, it is the easiest way to make your fucking masters is to 3D print them and then hit them with something to make it so that like actually even with the way that they do it because like they don't use silicone molds, they use fucking probably most likely like plastic molds or something like that or metal molds that they so like they don't have to worry about some of the stuff that I'm going to have to look into mitigating. Oh, yeah, since you haven't been around a lot recently, I'm looking into doing my own fucking silicone casting and like making the end goal is going to be dice, but as a bit of a practice run, I made a Get over here. And made this here piece of silicone, which is a mold for a little tiny crater. Which is the correct scale for Battletech. It's just one of the difficulties with making. Thank you. One of the difficulties, apparently, with making your own dice is because of the degassing process. The silicone, like if you don't either let your print sit for like 2 weeks after you cure it, like if you try to do it like right away, and don't dip it in inhibit X, which basically inhibits the like it basically kind of fixes that problem. You end up apparently with just a layer of goo inside of your what you intend on being a mold. I mean, I guess I could like take some epoxy sculpt and like physically sculpt my own dice if I really wanted to. Not gonna lie, that could be kind of fun. Alrighty, it is fucking what 4:30 here. I am probably gonna call it here for the night. Holy fuck! I properly cleaned my fucking airbrush 2 times in a row. Like it's had time to dry, and I can work the action. Yes, I will give treats for the puddums. But first, we're gonna meander over to the couch. So I will be right back over there. Hey, Miss Chonka Chonk. Hey, Miss Chonka Chonk. Meow. Yes, get your ass over here. Come on. You want treats or what? You can do it. I believe in you. Meow, meow. Come on. Yeah, you do want treats. Come on. There you go. And another one for you. Oh, good girl. Yes, good girl. Oh, yes, good girl. Alrighty. So let us take a look and see who is on